Oh, I don't think he's hurt bad.
Better get him into the house.
All right. You took a real chance there, Waldo. Keeping me from getting hit. You're lucky you didn't get nothing worse than just your hair parted.
Well, they weren't after you, but you sure could have got a hurt on account of me.
Waldo. Now that we're in this with you, Waldo, I think we should know what this is all about.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, and then I'll be leaving before they come back again.
Well, we'll discuss that after we've heard your story.
Well, there's not much to tell. I grew up in a big city back east. We never had much, so I went to work in a lumberyard when I was just an overgrown kid. But I still couldn't make much money. And then a man offered me $25 for one night's work. So I took it.
One night's work?
Well, yeah, it was a fighting in a ring, you know, bare knuckles.
You were a fighter?
The way I've been handling myself around here, I don't blame you for not believing it. I'm not half bad when I get in a ring and I know what I'm doing. But that first night, I didn't know what I was doing. Yet I made a pretty good show, and I stayed in there for 23 rounds.
Yeah, I'd say that was pretty good.
Well, after that, I got some more fights. And I did better once I got to know the ropes. I even had me a manager. But that's where the trouble started.
How do you mean?
Some gamblers moved in, and without my knowing it, my manager made a deal for me to throw a fight. He'd taken the money before he even told me about it. Well, sir, I didn't know what to do. He'd been awful good to me, and I didn't want to get him in any trouble. But I sure didn't want to cheat those people, lose that fight on purpose. Well, it wouldn't have made much difference what I decided. I got in the ring, and I just naturally had to do my best. I won it. I knocked the man cold at the 19th round.
Well, you didn't do anything to be ashamed of, Waldo. You did the right thing.
Yes, sir. I suppose so, but those gamblers didn't seem to think so. I still couldn't bring myself to blame it all on my manager. So I just started running. And then coming out west seemed like the best thing to do. Only they came too.
You mean our friends in the bar?
Yeah, that's a gambler named Weaver and two hired guns. They think I've got the bribe money. And Weaver's got orders from the head man back east to get it. And then to get me.
Waldo, this happened to you before, huh?
Yeah, a couple of times. I just about given up when you found me out there on that cliff. And I'm not going to stay around here and see one of you get hurt on account of me. And besides, if I leave now, boss, I don't have to go to that dance.
Waldo, sit down, please. You know, we've worked pretty hard to get some law and order in this part of the territory. There's been some bloodshed in the doing of it. And we're not about to let any cheap tin-horn gamblers from the east come out here and shoot up our place and try to kill an innocent man and get away with it.
Paul's right, Waldo. You can't just keep running all your life.
Besides, those fellas ran pretty good when they found out there were 5 of us instead of just 1.
Guess they just didn't like the odds, huh?
And there it is. We'll talk to the sheriff. What about it?
All right, sir. I just don't feel too much like traveling anyhow. Thank you.
Some story, huh, Paul?
Yeah. It sure is. If it's the whole story.
Waldo. thought you was gonna stay.
Hoss, I've been thinking about this all night long. It just ain't fair to you and the others if I stick around.
Yeah, I reckon I was wrong about you all along, then, Waldo.
What you mean?
Well, I mean, all this time I've been defending you to my family. Tell them that there's something different about you, that you was worth defending. As a friend, as a man. But, like I say, I reckon that's wrong.
But, Hoss, it's my fight.
Your fight? It ain't just your fight. It's ours too now, Waldo. Just like my pa said, we ain't gonna let them tin-horn gamblers come in here and push us around. Let me tell you something. We're gonna take care of those fellers, and we're gonna take care of them whether you're here or not. But Waldo, you keep right on running. You just keep on running, Waldo. We don't need you. Boss?
What's for breakfast?
I don't know. But whatever it is, me and you will have a double helping. We got a hard day ahead of us. Come on.
I sure wish we could have followed those Jaspers, but you can't follow tracks in the middle of a river.
Little Sheriff Coffee, be on the lookout for them. They're not going to have any trouble.
Hoss? Come on, boy, let's go.
Be down in just a minute, Paul. Hold still, dang it. Austin, we have to go. Yes, we have. You don't know my Paul very well. He ain't about to change his mind over some two-bit gunslinger.
I'd rather be facing them gunslingers than a dance hall full of people.
You're going to be the king of the whole shindig, Waldo. Now, heel and double, and away we go.
Here they come! Now, don't forget, girls, Waldo's mine. All mine.
I'll take Hoss.
Okay. Don't worry, Nancy. I'll take Blue Joey. Mr. Watson, we were afraid you weren't coming.
You come to watch? You plan on doing some dancing?
Come on, Blue Joey. You're with me.
Nancy Sue, you won't hear me complaining.
Shall we, Mr. Watson?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the matter, Mr. Watson?
Nothing, ma'am. Well, I'm not very good at this dancing business, and especially not in front of all those people.
Oh, well, I know just how you feel. In fact, I hate crowds, too. Besides, we can have our own dance right out here.
Ma'am?
That is, if you don't mind.
Oh, ma'am.